Hey, welcome everybody to another episode of DOScider. Gotta give you this bit of Mel Norme theme music. Eventually, one day, we'll get around to Star Control 2. But for today, we are gonna be enjoying something else. My Discord is not hacked, but there was somebody who was apparently impersonating me. Someone else messaged that there was someone going around for that. So sorry, I don't know who you are. And my Discord isn't hacked, but somebody is apparently impersonating me. Don't know how, don't know why. I mean, I know how. They just put an extra thing after it. Yeah, my Discord's definitely not hacked. Yeah, just get rid of that. That is, they're like Ilion and then also add an L afterwards or something, from what I saw. That's what I was told by a friend who has another Discord, another streamer. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. All right, this is DOScider, our ranking of DOS games. I've got our list up here right now. If you're a sub or a patron, you can hop on the Discord that is not hacked. It's free. But there is a special room for subs and patrons where you can request a game a month. Hi. I'm turning on the camera for a little while because we got a friend, a special guest here. But, sorry, there is a special room just for subs and patrons where you can request a game a month, and I will try and put it up on the list and rank it. How many games have you missed? None. I just started. So we have a couple on today as sub requests. Aww. Behold the fuzzy little jerk. Yup. He'd been guarding my room waiting for me to sit down so that he could snuggle me. He's very cute. But welcome all today. We're starting off with one. Oh boy. We've had some real bad games. And in fact, let's go through our top 10 and bottom 10, of course, like we always do. We've got Day of the Tentacle as our number one still. We've got Doom, Heroes of Might and Magic 2, XCOM, UFO Defense, NetHack, Mech Warrior 2 Mercenaries, Maniac Mansion, System Shock, Sid Meier's Civilization, and Wing Commander. Huh. As our top 10. I get the feeling we're not adding to that today. However, our bottom 10 may be relevant. We have Scunny Lost in Space, Castle of Dr. Malvado, holding on to our last Scunny position. Maybe in jeopardy today. Castle of Dr. Malvado, Terror in Christmastown, Industrial Killers, Snapperazzi, The Fortress of Dr. Radiaki, The Flintstones, The Jetsons, First Person Pinball, and All Dogs Go to Heaven, still reigning supreme on the bottom. Enjoy your stream. Sorry you have an impersonator that's deeply random that came to me considering your channel size. Considering my channel size, I don't know why they're impersonating me. I've had them before because I have been a bigger streamer in the past, but I don't know what they're doing now. If you know who Doc is, MDCT, that was who warned me that there was an impersonator, so maybe they're going around, like, maybe it's someone who's got a grudge against me and so knows some of the friends that I know and are, like, going to, like, somewhat connected people and they don't care about the size. I don't know. Sorry about that that's happening, but, just ban them and hopefully move on. All right. When Dark Forces Command and Conquer and Warcraft 2 are just outside the top 10, you know you've got some power in that list. There's some good DOS games, as it turns out. You'll never believe this. We're not going to be doing that many of them today, because I think for the first time, well, maybe the second, because I feel like Snapper Ozzy was up there, but maybe not on purpose. You don't need to apologize about it. I'm just saying, yeah, world be crazy. Have a good one. I don't know. People weird. Sorry. As our first game today, I got a little thrown. We have a request from Deranged Dan, and it may be the first time that I'm actually annoyed about a request, and I considered not doing it, specifically because Deranged Dan also said, I'm sorry for doing this, and I know that it's bad. And then I looked it up, and it's bad. It's bad. It's famously bad. I'm so sorry. Yeah. On rare occasion, you sit here and remember how unpleasant the fortress of Dr. Radiaki is. Well, do I have bad news for you? Because as much as we do not want to dethrone Scunny as, you know, our final Scunny game on this bottom of the list, we may have, and we don't want to dethrone the Fortress of Dr. Radiaki as being the most, like, bigoted pile of shit that we've played. It's time for one of my favorite game companies for adventure games. It's Police Quest 4 Open Season from Sierra Online. And you might go, wait. Sierra? How could it be that bad? A lot of people really like Sierra. Yeah, I don't know why, for one. For two, this is the one directly before Police Quest became SWAT. And importantly, if you look at the art that we have for Police Quest 4 there, you'll notice something. There's a name above Police Quest that is way bigger than or like as big as Police Quest, and even above it. If you don't know who that is Daryl F. Gates. Well, Jim Walls always did Police Quest, right? Sure did. Till this one. This one, they decided, you know what? We have a new way to sell games. It's called Horrific Controversy. And they hired the disgraced former police chief 1 year after the Rodney King riots. To be their new head person informing the game. Also known as the co-founder of Dare, and prominently featured in many rap lyrics for his well-known, escalation of the war on drugs, where he created programs like Crash, that was community resources against street hoodlums, which, as you can imagine, is exactly what it sounds like. Where they would take 1,000-some officers throughout LA and just do, like, a sweep of communities for thousands of people that they would arrest and not charge and just hold them just to fuck with them, just because. They would just basically shake down people constantly. Well known also for many racist comments. And again, having to resign in disgrace over his well-known corruption and racism that resulted in the Rodney King riots, and later on the Rampart scandal, and a whole bunch of other things. I decided to do this anyway for a little while, just to see how bad it is. But oh boy, We'll see. It was known as being a really cynical, bigoted move by Sierra at the time. And, apparently, in retrospect, new reviewers, from what I've read, were like, no, you don't understand. Sorry, I'm going to get a different way to capture this. It's actually a lot worse than even what they were saying at the time. Like, they were saying that in 1993 about this game, so you can imagine what we're in for. Also, to put it in perspective, I should actually put this in perspective too. I also just don't like Police Quest in the first place. It's already at 222 for the first one. It's not a good game. It's not a good series. I'm starting to think Sierra's a bad company. I shouldn't quite say it. There's a couple of Sierra games that are really high up at the top, actually. I think Betrayal at Krondor at number 12 is a Sierra game. No one likes Police Quest. True. I don't know how they managed to get so many of these. A Wild Time. Introduction. Oh god, this is already... Oof. Oh my god.
John, let me warn you. It's bad. Real bad. It's Hickman.
Hickman? Bob Hickman?
He's been badly mutilated, John. Tortured, really.
My God, Sam. Has Bob's wife, Catherine, been informed?
What even is
When the
going
call came
on?
in, I was told Hickman's captain was headed to their house. They have a little girl, don't they?
Yeah, Valerie. Her name is Valerie.
Look, John, I know you and Bob went back a long way.
A long way? Hell, Sam, Bob and I went through the academy together. We shared a ride for 5 years. I'm that little girl's godfather. Sam, Bob was my best friend. Yeah, you could say we went back a long way.
I'm sorry, John,
Yeah, I'm sorry too. Sorry the city is so full of dirtbags, creeps, and losers. Bob was a great cop. Who the hell would do this to him? What the hell was he doing out there?
I don't know, John. It's your job to find out. My job is to pick up the body and find the cause of death.
Are they... Wait, okay, so we're just in it? This is off to a terrible start. Like, beyond the fact that if you hate LA so much, fucking leave. But also, like, that was just terrible voice acting. And who even was talking? Look at this. This looks like shit. This feels like a parody of Copaganda. It's so blatant. Okay. So are we a we're this detective, I guess? Fuck this, I'm leaving. I hate this game. Let's go. What is going on?
The tortured and tormented body of Bob Hickman, LAPD, lies lifeless among the alley debris. An obvious case of felonious homicide.
Uh-huh.
An empty holster can mean only one thing: another gun on the street.
God.
A lipstick-stained cigarette lies near Hickman's body. A gruesome sight. Contusions and burn marks appear on Hickman's
The
abused body.
music. This is so blatant.
A gruesome sight. Contusions and burn marks appear on Hickman's abused body.
Look at what they do to them.
Detective Carey, have you found evidence you need recorded?
Just gonna pick the note a little bit real quick. No,
Carey,
something
the
up there.
cigarette could be evidence. Handling it would show poor judgment.
Oh. Well, that's why you would... It said, do you have any evidence? So...
Carey, the cigarette...
Handling is poor judgment.
Detective Carey, have you found evidence you need recorded?
I mean, yes?
A gruesome sight.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
Detective Carey...
Oh boy, let's see how good this goes.
Sir, did you see any unusual activity or unfamiliar cars in the neighborhood?
I hear shots. Fast. Like pop, 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 pop.
What? Is that the end of the conversation? That was it? That's okay.
What time might you have heard these shots,
Oh my God.
It was it pop, 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 pop. And I
What?
just hear them shots. I was scared.
What? Wait, he just walked a... What? What the fuck? Oh, why did you do this to me? We're just gonna... Alright. See you later, sir. Have a good evening.
Sam, do you have a preliminary finding on Hickman's cause of death?
It's hard to say, John. There are no evident bullet wounds. There are cervical contusions, possibly asphyxiation. There's no unusual sputum, so it's difficult to think poisoning, but I'm not ruling anything out. Whoever...
Okay.
Standing by, Detective Carey, ready to collect samples or evidence if needed. You haven't properly marked or notated any evidence, Detective. Let me know when you have.
Oh my God. Okay. We have to properly mark and notate things. A thing that Daryl F. Gates would have been known for, I'm sure. Part of the problem is that this is a slog of a manual, too. To give an idea, it's done set up in that way where, like, they're trying to make it real, man. So it's this. It's set up like you're reading from a criminal code. But that makes it impossible to actually get how to play. Which is good, because you shouldn't play this. Oh. Oh no. Oh my God. Oh my God. This section. The department shares responsibility with the judiciary and other law enforcement and prosecution agencies in the criminal justice system. All elements of the system work towards common objectives, and each element is functionally complementary. The cooperative and harmonious working relations that are essential in attaining these objectives are impaired by unnecessary criticism of others engaged in the administration of criminal justice. For that reason, officers should be aware of the effect upon law enforcement of any comments they make, which could be interpreted as being critical of other law enforcement or prosecution agencies. Dan, I'm gonna need you to step forward. Like, there's nothing about how to play the game in their own manual. It's amazing. What a garbage game. What a garbage manual. Yeah, I don't care about the medals. How do you, like, walk around and do things in this? This is for people that, like, jerk it to, like, homicide life on the street. There's nothing in here. There's nothing about how to actually play. This is just the actual manual of... Oh, God. They even jerk Daryl F. Gates off in the manual of this. I kind of glazed over that because I looked at it and thought that it was an obnoxious way of doing it, but it's not actually not even a manual. It's literally just the LAPD's own manual abridged to look like the instructions, but it's nothing. Did they just ask the LA's police department for the actual employee handbook? So Dullstar, this game was a request from Deranged Dan. I'll play it for a little while. I can't stand this for too long. If you look over at the box art, it is done by Daryl F. Gates, which is, this is 1993. Rodney King happened in 92. Daryl F. Gates was run out of town because he was police chief and found for a lot of gross corruption and other things, as you can imagine. And we won't get into all of it again, because I've already talked about it. So is it... Do I need to just go down here?
The tortured and tormented...
Yes, I get it. Yes, it's the horrific crime scene of our poor partner. Oh, the criminals, they're so bad. Okay, so how do I log evidence? Is this how I log evidence?
Noting that a cigarette lay near the body could prove important later. An empty holster can mean only one thing: another gun on the street.
This writing. The writing and the voice acting is just so bad.
I'm Detective Carey, Major Crimes, Homicide, LAPD. I'd like to ask you a question or two.
Whatever, man. I'm just hanging.
Let's start with your name. What is it, and do you live in the neighborhood, or are you just visiting?
Man, this be my hood. I mean, I be Raymond Jones the Third.
Okay, that's then
Well,
the
Raymond,
conversation.
if this is your neighborhood, then you must know what goes on around here. What happened here tonight? You see anything unusual? Maybe a different car, or some folks from another neighborhood?
Ain't seen nor heard nothing. And just out for some fresh L.A. air.
So, Mr. Jones, what you're telling me is you don't have anything to tell me. Is that correct?
That's
Sounds good.
straight up. Ain't seen nothing, done nothing, know nothing.
Okay.
Standing by, Detective Carey, ready to collect samples or evidence if needed. You have... Standing by, Detective Carey, ready to collect samples or evidence if needed. You haven't properly marked or notated any evidence, Detective.
I
Let
did.
me know when you have.
We put it in our notes. What else are we supposed to do with it? Okay, there's our volume and everything. Sure. That is highest detail. Oh boy. This game also just looks terrible. The animation is okay, I guess. I will give it that.
The tortured and tormented body of Bob Hickman.
Yeah, I'll turn on text. Fair. Like, what else do I do with this? How else am I supposed to mark this as evidence? We told everyone about it. We marked it down. Move it over an icon to learn the icon's function. No? Okay, it'll only tell us these things. Okay, perfect. Exactly. Great. Good.
A gruesome.
Nope. Thank you. Useless. Okay. That's it? Yes, just that. Oh my god. We talked about the crash unit. It's one of the black stains on the LAPD from Derelict Gates' time. It's incredible that Sierra just decided, I know how to market this. We'll just make it, like, super controversial and racist. What an incredible decision. So can we just leave? No? Oh, there we... Sure. We gotta leave for it, so I guess... Oh, god damn it. We had to talk to him to get the log? That's literally... Oh, I see. We hadn't talked to the right person to get the things so that we could actually start the game. I see. This context menu is not great either, honestly. Okay. Also, I'm gonna change back to the horrible speech. If I could have both, I would,
Detective
but...
Carey, ready to collect samples or evidence if needed. You haven't properly marked or notated any evidence, Detective. Let me know when you have.
Detective.
Sure try.
Standing by, Detective Carey, ready to collect samples or evidence if needed. You haven't properly marked or notated any evidence, Detective. Let me know when you have.
Someone else was talking for a second? No? Okay.
What else can you tell me, Sam?
Until we autopsy, we won't know much more. To make any further comments would be pure conjecture on my part.
Okay.
What else can you tell?
Until we
It's the lucky mini-mart dumpster.
Yeah. Should you, like, open it and look in? That would probably be important.
The body of a young boy lies strewn in the dumpster.
John, have you found something?
So, everyone went to this crime scene and didn't notice the other body.
Bullet wounds puncture the boy's body. He looks no more than 6 or 7 years of age. Bullet wounds puncture. He looks no more than...
God, this is also
John, have you
dour and like... Oh my god, look at how this is...
Recording information at the
city's
crime
wrong.
scene ensures accurate reports later.
Yes, I got
Detective, this information is already recorded.
that. Is there anything that I'm supposed to look at in here?
Bullet wounds. He looks no more...
Oh god.
John, have you found something? John, please notate what you feel is important about the body. I'd like to get it moved to the morgue and begin autopsy.
Officer Woodbury, when we're finished here, I want the neighborhood canvassed to see if anyone's missing a child, but has not reported it yet.
Yes, sir.
Detective, to whom do you wish to speak?
Can I not? This guy's turned so that you can't even talk to the
Sam,
second
we're gonna
guy.
need another ambulance. There's a body of a young boy in the dumpster. He's just a child, Sam. What's happening on our streets?
It's a sad state of affairs, John. It's situations like this, a child victimized by violence, that makes it tough to do this job.
Oh man, it is such staggering levels of bullshit propaganda.
It looks like it's gonna be a busy night for you, Chester.
Unfortunately, our streets are being taken over by violence.
Oh my
Innocent people being killed. It's uncivilized, sir.
If only we had these civilized, wonderful white police officers to save us, to save the city from the horrors that await at all turns. God, the dialogue is
Officer, I
worse
want you to
than I
notify
imagined.
Detective Headquarters and Communications we've discovered another homicide. Approximate age, 6 years, apparent victim of gunshot wounds.
Oh.
Have Detective Headquarters run a search on children reported missing, matching this child's description.
Yes, sir.
I still love the implication. They're all such idiots. They
Were you the
couldn't
first on the scene?
figure out that there was another
sir.
body.
Officer Allen and I were on patrol. He was driving. As we passed the alley, I looked to my right. I saw the body. We radioed it in, stopped, set up the perimeter. I didn't know it was Hickman until we got up to the body. I can tell you, sir, I was shocked. He
Yeah,
was the last person I expected to see.
it's
He was a fine
bad.
officer.
What else can you tell me, Sam?
Until we autopsy,
Okay. Am I allowed to leave yet?
Chester, take over on the evidence.
Yes, Detective.
Okay, so the whole thing where it's constantly yelling, you didn't document anything, you didn't document anything, you didn't actually have to document anything. It was just lying to you and telling you to do a thing that you actually don't have to do. Amazing. Why am I getting the cop car sometimes so I can do things? Can I just, like... There we go. Okay, wow, that's speed. A lot nicer that way, I
Many
guess.
businesses back up to this alley, Detective.
No, God.
John,
Gary, if you would chalk the body, we could move on with the investigation. No disrespect intended.
Like, I get the cop car... Oh, is it the... That's a loading, isn't it? Yeah, it totally is. So what the hell else do you even want
Is
to
there anything
do
else you
now?
can tell me, Officer Woodbury?
No. We rolled by, saw the body, radioed it in. There was no one in the alley besides the body. The neighbors came out once we set up the perimeter. It was quiet when we got here.
Is there anything else you can tell me, Officer?
No, sir.
Standing by, Detective Carey, ready to collect samples or evidence if needed.
I can't just leave. Can't do anything.
Disturbing evidence now can result in a mistrial later.
I don't think that was
Disturbing
the problem
evidence
for Daryl.
No treasure here. Alleys can be great sources of hidden treasure, Detective.
What? What?
Alleys can be great sources of hidden treasure, Detective. Obviously, the owner of this tire did not know that rubber is recyclable.
Oh my god. Book him for
Talking
that
to the
too.
wall, Detective? Graffiti mars the neighborhood.
Oh man. I can't believe it. Somebody wrote on this wall. Look, what's the real crime here? What's the city coming to? Jesus. There's nothing to interact with here. I don't know what else they want you to do. Like, am I supposed to do something in here?
John, have you found something?
Detective, this information is...
I hate going back to that, but what else does it want me to do?
The tortured and... A lipstick...
Like,
Carry the cigarette could be evidence. Handling it would show poor judgment.
yeah, I know, but like, there's nothing else to do with it. Ugh.
Those two items... Those... Alley crime scene log prepared by Officer Woodbury.
Okay, so do I, like... Maybe that's what I need to do? Oh, God. The sting every time, even.
The crime scene log is to be included with the rest of...
Okay.
John, have you found something?
And it just repeats the John, have you found something every time, too.
It's your car, Carey, a 1993 T-Bird. Detective, to whom do you wish to speak?
Standing by, Detective Carey. You haven't properly...
Is there anything else you can...
No.
Sam, we're gonna need another ambulance. There's a body of a young boy in the dumpster.
We'll get another car here, John.
Detective Carey, I realize you know your business. However, the longer you delay in locating possible evidence, the colder the evidence trail.
What else is
The
there?
back alley to the Lucky Mini Mart. It doesn't look so lucky now.
We can't get anywhere.
Alleys can be great sources of hidden
this-
treasure, Detective.
The scene is so cluttered and, like, low poly and unclear.
This alley has seen better
Like, they're trying to
days.
make it more realistic in a way, but everything's just muddied and brown. Yeah, like, exactly. I thought that it would be really, really bad for the writing and acting and the just general tone of it, knowing what Sierra was trying to do with it, which was despicable. But it's just dog shit anyway. Like, nothing makes sense, and it's this horrible muddy brown where you can't tell where anything is and what to do with anything. Like, what else is there for evidence? What else should I be looking at? Like, when we look at the dumpster, it's just a mess. Like, is there another thing I'm supposed to interact with in there?
The back alley to
Probably,
the
but I
Lucky
can't
Mini
fucking
Mart.
find it.
It doesn't look so lucky now.
I think that we're honestly good. I think we're good. Like,
The crime...
it is what it is. We've already talked to 2 people that, wait, what even is that? Oh, to lock it visibly. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, the awful manual does not help. Like, this is an incredible piece of propaganda specifically meant to try and garner up a whole bunch of controversy by using a disgraced police chief who's well known to be corrupt and racist to just, like, jam this in there and try and get, like, a bunch of people that would jerk themselves off to how cool cops are and how rancid LA is. Like, people that just absolutely despise cities and are terrified of them. And specifically of any minorities inside of them. Like, it's for that. It's... what a pile of shit. That is worse than I expected. And I expected a lot... I expected it to be pretty bad. Yeah, we do request a month for subs and patrons. That being said, you can always make a suggestion, and if I run out of sub requests, I can always consider it and look at it. Like, I'm always interested to hear about games that people know. Ooh, why did that get doubled? Yes, Daryl F. Gates remained on the other games also. Well, Daryl F. Gates is also known as the, one of the creators. He always claimed creation of SWAT teams also. So he's very well known for, like, militarizing the police in LA also. Yeah, he's, again, just a well-known shithead. Yeah, this game was in fact a request. I would have never done this, but oh boy. Blueprints made you think of the first puzzle game you ever played as a teen, The Fool's Errand. Never heard of that one. But we're gonna move on from this one and hopefully enjoy a different game. And, whew. This game is ugly. Both outwardly and inwardly. The music sucks. It's all just like the most blatant, on the nose propaganda of like the beautiful heavenly police officers only there to try and save this wretched city from its evil denizens are just beset upon by all sides. It's unbelievable. And like, it's muddy. It's hard to tell anything that you're supposed to interact with. The manual is less than useless. It's wild that this even got made. And I'm going to give it the dubious honor of knocking Scunny Lost in Space, our final Scunny game, out of the bottom of our DOS group here. Yeah, in the game, they make Daryl Gates chief of the LAPD again. I was hoping to get to that so we could throw tomatoes at the screen again and yell about what a loser he is. But yes, they even, like, put him back on and go like, you know, it was unfair that you, just because he was a racist piece of shit known for his corruption, that the LAPD got rid of him and forced his resignation after the riots. Yeah, it's incredible. I'm gonna give it an even more dubious honor and put it below the Fortress of Dr. Radiaki. I'd rather play first-person pinball. Honestly, from that brief little stint that we saw, like, it was... I knew it was gonna be bad. I'd heard stories about how bad it was. It blew those away. Like, our first two interactions with the locals in the area were so dog shit, I can't imagine what the rest of the game is like. We have an all-time loser. Please don't request something like this again. Congratulations, Deranged Dan. I am clapping with my mangled hand just gonna give you a nice slow clap. Police Quest 4 open season. Just a blatantly racist, miserable, awful game that doesn't hardly work. With terrible voice acting. And openly trying to court some of the worst controversy they could. Oh yeah, the title is also, like, extremely on the nose, I'm sure. Is doing actual evil by glorifying institutional repression. I mean, it's not just glorifying it, it was, like, perpetuating it. It's there to benefit and, like, launder the image of a guy that specifically institutionalized the repression and discrimination. But yes. Is it worse than being poorly put together in every imaginable way? Apparently, yes. The thing is that this also was poorly put together in most ways. Yeah, if you're ever sad about the fall of Sierra, just remember that they chose to do this. It's not even in, like, a time when it's, oh, Sierra's really in the downward spiral, they're really having trouble making ends meet, so they start, like, desperately throwing out haymakers to try and save the company and do some despicable, dumb things in the meantime. It's like, no, man, like, this is just, like, right in the middle of Sierra time. Like, why would they have done it now? If you're looking at Sierra Online, like, people were saying, like, they publish Half-Life after this. It's not like this was, oh, man, Sierra is, like, been bought out and it's a shell of itself and it's been hollowed out. Like, no, nope, it's totally just around. Like, Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers came out the same year. Like, Dr. Brain was a year before this. It's not in some weird time when they were, you know, it's just, what a wild decision. What a despicable one. I'm gonna move on. I gotta drop this. This one was beyond miserable. So we're gonna go to our next one. This one, a request from Ghidorah. And like I said, hopefully we'll have a little more fun. Another adventure game, though. This one... God, what an on-the-nose song to come up from my DOS playlist. Yeah, I know, it's very funny that we're moving from that Police Quest to the GTA theme song. We're gonna go to Star Trek Deep Space Nine Harbinger. A Deep Space Nine adventure game. Give me one moment to capture this here. All right. Here, put the whole thing. Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, Harbinger. Get ready for an interactive adventure unlike any in the universe. Back of this game's box. That's weird because it feels like it's this universe, right? That's the whole thing. It's literally our galaxy, in fact. Yeah, this is from Ghidorah. And we're going to start a new game. From Viacom Multimedia. Oh no. Is that... Wait, is this Daryl F. Gates' company? Our heroes at Stormfront Studios strike again.
Personal log. Envoy Bannock. Stardate 48987.7. My assignment on Denivia is at last complete.
An unfortunate
I
name.
suppose it went well enough, but then again, not much can go wrong when all you're asked to do is attend formal dinners and smile graciously. Still, the Denivian Treaty will be a great help to the Federation's interest in the Gamma Quadrant. I've been recalled to Deep Space Nine to assist Ambassador Carrig with a top priority assignment.
Approaching wormhole. Dropping out of warp.
Computer, continue 1/4 impulse. Carrig didn't give much background, but he did ask for me personally. Strange. I always got the feeling he didn't think much of my abilities. Who knows, maybe this will be the assignment that changes his mind about me. I just hope I can impress the great Carrig with my...
Computer, shields up. Evasive maneuvers. Damage report.
Disruptor hit.
Oh, that looks
Orbital
bad.
cell damage.
Identify attacker.
Craft does not conform to any known configuration.
Cut impulse. Heading change 180 Mark 0. Full reverse impulse. Now.
It is kind of funny to, okay. Am I supposed to be
Computer, reverse angle on viewer.
Like,
Where the hell is that wormhole?
The wormhole is approximately...
I see it. We're going to... Damn!
I find it very funny that he's yelling out commands
Inertial
like
damage.
he's the
Navigation
captain telling people to do
Reroute all
things.
available power to shields.
It's like, no, you just put in the buttons. But they can't do that because they can't, like, animate hands and stuff, or at least it's more money to do all
Now
of that.
what?
We have entered an active plasma storm.
Will shields hold?
Course change recommended.
Computer, I need impulse control.
Control circuit non-operational. Unable to comply with request.
Great.
Unidentified craft. Course.
Oh,
Deep Space Nine, this is Envoy Bannock. I have an emergency situation here.
Can you hear me? Craft. I've got the ship's transmitter.
oh, hey, it's Kira. I know.
Envoy Bannock ship.
I remember those flat, featureless faces anyway.
Yes, Deep Space Nine. I can read you.
Comms are out. Stable. He's completely out of control. And he's got a fractured plasma conduit. When any second.
Computer, create a containment field for the damaged plasma conduit.
Unable to comply with request.
Get a lock on the beam out there. Now.
Trying. The plasma storm is not the storm. The core plasma core is
Computer, vent plasma.
Defense of plasma.
I'm trying.
unable to comply with request. He's heading right to their docking. Quick, reverse tractor beam. Slow down the approach and stabilize the ship. The controlled crash. I'm on it.
Computer, cut power to the engines.
Irrevocably cut power. Unable to...
You know, I'm getting very tired of hearing that.
So I know you can read. We're headed to the outer docking. We're going to try and bring you in safely.
Initiating graviton emitter.
Let's hope the hull can take it.
Hull integrity at... Got him. Docking. 15 seconds. Slowing. 100% maximum docking speed. 12 seconds. 180. 170.
You know,
It'll be a rough dock.
that model looks better.
Too fast. 140's too fast.
7.
Recommendations?
4,
Computer?
3,
Computer!
2. Brace for impact.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta have the intro. That's pretty good. Do it as a cold open. That's the smart way to do this, for sure. I'm excited to see how these models of our beloved Deep Space Nine characters look. Because they didn't seem great. And this is just like the actual intro, so it looks pretty good because it's just the TV intro. Just the full video. They did get the actual actors to provide the voice work, yep. Yeah, they put in a little bit of work here for sure. Like Armin Shimmerman and all of them are here. The whole group. Also, making fun of Stormfront Studios, they did actually do like a few good games back in the day. Like, they were the originators of the original Neverwinter Nights. I don't know a lot of their other ones. They've done some like gold box D&D games and stuff. A lot of those sports games and licensed stuff, so probably not a lot of great things, but...
It's shorted out, sir. We're gonna have to phaser it. Then what are you waiting for? Right away, sir. Faster would be better, Anderson. I can't, sir. We don't want to... That's enough. But, sir, stand aside, Carlton. I'm going through.
You're alive. Good. Odo to Cisco.
Go ahead.
I'm on board the Orinoco, Captain. The automatic safety systems have failed.
Envoy Bannock?
Appears uninjured. I'm initiating emergency shutdown procedures.
Hurry, Constable. You've got 8 minutes before the IPS overloads. I don't want any more fireworks today.
Neither do I, Captain. Odo out. Envoy, if you're able to stand, I could use your help. The damage from the storm must have fractured a plasma conduit. We've got to shut down the main power relay before it overloads and floods this compartment with radiation.
The damage to the ship? It wasn't the plasma storm.
Not the plasma storm? Then... whatever caused it, we've got to shut these systems down now.
How can I help you?
I think I can realign the plasma coil from here if you can repair the damage to the main propulsion grid.
How should I access the grid?
To your left, you'll see a panel marked Main Propulsion. There should be an alert flashing. You'll need to get inside the panel to vent off the plasma and replace the damaged chips.
Okay, I'll find it.
Whoa! He suddenly, man, Odo is a good man of action. He just jumped right in there. Very quickly, you might say.
Warning. Uncontained plasma in conduit B. Plasma conduit sealed.
Okay. Sure.
Monitoring systems offline. Monitoring systems offline.
Oh, is this a slide puzzle? Oh, for... What do they want me to do here? What do they want me to do?
Monitoring systems offline.
Oh, okay. I think I get that? How do we fit it in somewhere? What the hell?
Monitoring systems offline. Inertial dampeners operational. Plasma injectors offline. Reactant injectors offline.
My big thing is...
Antimatter pod integrity at 100%.
Okay, so that's fine.
Reactant injectors offline.
What am I supposed to do? Am I just supposed to find the piece that fits here? And then, like, move it there? But, like... Weird that
Reactant injectors offline.
Okay, so up moves it down? So, like... Okay, so I think I'm supposed to find the piece that goes there that fits that. I think? Maybe?
Warp field coil operational. Antimatter pod integrity at 100%.
That's fine.
Plasma injectors offline.
None of these look like they fit in there. Maybe I'm just supposed to replace these? Yes, okay, I'm supposed to replace these.
Plasma
Gotcha.
injectors back online.
Okay. I'm an idiot.
Monitoring systems offline.
Although it's weird, you'd think that you'd move it to, like, this spot? To move it down, not the other way. That's... I just didn't get to under that system at all. Didn't make any
Reactant
sense.
injectors offline.
Okay. Weird. Okay, so it flipped itself automatically. I'm like, how do we flip this? Because it's the wrong way on here. But it just flips automatically. Sure.
Reactant injectors back online. Automatic safety systems back online. Shutdown completed.
It's not even a sliding block puzzle. It's way simpler than that.
I did it! Shutdown completed.
Odo to Cisco. It seems your envoy knows his engineering systems. The Orinoco is out of danger.
Well done.
Oof.
I'll have the envoy beamed directly to ops.
I will say, though, voice acting, such a relief after the last one. Oh, God. Cisco, why are you so short?
Envoy Bannock, welcome to Deep Space Nine.
This forced
I'm
perspective.
Captain Benjamin Cisco, commander of the station.
His head's huge.
May I introduce my second-in-command,
Why did they
Major
do
Kira
that?
Nerys, and my science officer, Lieutenant Jadzia Dax.
Envoy Bannock. We almost lost you, Envoy.
How does...
What exactly happened to you in the Orinoco?
Some ships attacked me on the far side of the wormhole.
Attacked you?
Major, go to yellow alert. Shields up, activate station defenses.
At once,
Why?
Captain. Envoy Bannock, could you identify the craft that attacked you?
Okay. Now by station. What does that mean? Also, it's weird. So Cisco is horrific. And so is Kira. And then Dax looks pretty good. His head is the wrong shape. Yeah, no, it's totally malformed.
Yes, as I came in, I noticed that they, or others of their type, are circling the station.
Wait.
With your permission,
are they?
Captain, I'd like to have Odo
Okay.
verify the attack.
Good idea, Major. Cisco to Odo. Constable.
Hey, we don't
you have
believe
the
you.
situation under control.
Yes, Captain. It won't fly anytime soon, but...
Are the ship logs intact? Lieutenant Dax would like to see them.
Yes, Captain. Did Envoy Bannock inform you his ship was attacked?
Yes, Constable. Can you confirm that?
Phased disruptors, Captain, intelligently aimed. The anti-proton residue is unmistakable. I'm sending what's left of the ship's records to you now.
Thank you, Constable. Cisco out. Envoy, this attack has serious implications. These craft arrived with the aliens you and Ambassador Carrick must negotiate.
It is...
Before we alert the Ambassador, we must be absolutely certain that these drone craft attacked the Orinoco. Please step over to join Lieutenant Dax.
Wait. What? This is absolutely wild to start out by you going like, wow, I was attacked. You know, I'm a diplomatic envoy from Starfleet. You know, your team. And then they go, like to your face, go, I don't know about that. we'll investigate and see if you're telling us any of the truth. Like, would it make sense that they would do that? Yes. Does it make sense that they would do that to somebody who just got out of, like, a life or death situation and is telling them that this is what happened? No, not at all. Not even a little bit. What reason do they have to think that I'd be lying? I'm, like, imagine if a diplomat got shot at an embassy and survived an assassination attempt and then ran back to, like, whatever country, whether it's US, Canada, whatever, like me if I'm Canadian, and then the first thing they do is go, well, we think that you might have set this up yourself. Like, just to your face, instantly. Like, wait, what? Excuse me? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Which aliens are these, Captain?
Pardon me, Envoy. Of course you haven't been briefed. The aliens call themselves the Scythians. It's a first contact situation. Ambassador Carrick can tell you more about them.
Okay.
Captain, is Ambassador Carrick here on the station?
Yes, he's in his quarters, anxiously anticipating your arrival. I believe he needs assistance with the aliens.
Now I'll join Dax. Thanks, Captain. Lieutenant?
Yes, could you come around and have a look at this?
Of course.
Can I? No, but like, okay, but can I? But can I? Of course. Let me remember what legs are. One moment. Okay, maybe they're right to believe me, because I feel like we don't know what legs are, and so maybe I am an alien somehow. What? Why can I not go around?
You have further questions, Envoy? Lieutenant Dax will help you.
Yeah, okay. Right click just goes to this screen. I left clicked and it said, yes, come around. And then, come around where? Oh my god. Oh, it was only way at the top of the screen. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, need a little rub down there, Cisco? Like, listen here, you look so tense. Like, okay, we just, huh. Oh, man. The context controls on this are a thing. No, okay. This is disorienting, right? Like, it's not just me. There we go, okay. I got behind her.
Lieutenant,
we're good.
You have something to show me?
Yes, Envoy.
Wow.
This is the playback of the station log.
Playback at the station. What?
Those smaller ships look almost exactly like the ones that fired on me.
Captain, the Envoy believes he was attacked by the Scythian drones. We'll verify that from his ship logs. This is the log we retrieved from your ship's computer. Parts of the records are damaged.
Evasive maneuvers. Damage report.
Forecast savage.
Cut impulse. Heading 10. Full reverse im.
There. I'm beginning an analysis.
Let's get some answers, Lieutenant.
I don't understand. The drones here have been completely docile. They had every opportunity to strike during the evacuation.
Like, another really good question is, like, why would they have forced us to do any of that anyway? Like, why do we need to walk around like that?
Evacuation?
The plasma storm. We had to clear. The match is positive, Captain. This drone is configured exactly the same as
You're
those
not
now
gonna finish
surrounding
that
Deep
sentence?
Space
No?
Nine.
Okay.
What caused it to attack, Lieutenant?
The Orinoco probably violated their alert zone. Their response? They attacked.
Major, contact Ambassador Carrick. We must have a serious talk with our Scythian friends. Lieutenant, analyze the drone behavior further. Why are they here?
Impossible to tell. The plasma storm...
Why
Captain
are they
Carrick
here?
is in his room, but
Isn't
he
the
doesn't
whole thing
respond.
a diplomatic thing? So
Envoy, if you could go to the habitat ring and rouse the ambassador.
Captain, elevated neutrino levels. Something's coming through the wormhole.
Envoy, belay that request. Lieutenant?
It's a drone. Unmanned. Different. Sending out a signal.
Captain, the drones are responding. It's an attack formation.
Red alert. Phasers lock on. Dax, get me the Scythian ship.
Hailing. Captain, the Scythian leader.
Sir, our sensors indicate that your drones are taking up attack positions. What is the meaning of this?
Attack?
We will be forced to destroy the drones.
Captain, we can't lock on. The plasma storm.
Defend. Destroy.
You want us to destroy?
Hit a #1 shield.
Damn this storm. We're going to manual targeting.
Everybody take a station.
Bannock, you'll control Bank 5. Stand by.
But
What?
Envoy Bannock is a diplomat.
With a weapons proficiency rating of 8.
Major, release Bank 5 to Bannock.
The bank is on manual targeting, Bannock. Releasing phasers to your control. Now!
Ah, we couldn't get Michael Thorne today. Gotcha. Fair enough. That happened. Oh, there it. Oh, okay.
Captain,
we got
near
a little
reactor
shooting.
I
4.
have them, Major.
We got a little shooting phase here.
Damage on Deck 5.
Whoa, that
Low
is
range
very
on level
disorienting.
They've moved out of my sector.
Whoever's controlling the actual guns, hey, you need to steady
I can't get a
little bit.
visual.
Dax, the plasma.
Compensating for visual interference.
I feel like I'm shooting our own station here, which would probably
Captain,
be bad.
the drones are regrouping.
Shield at 30%.
Okay, I'm curious what happens if we just lose. Sorry, this is really hard for my
Warning.
mangled hand.
Shield
too, so
failure imminent.
Kind of curious. Saying that shield failure is imminent. I want to get a death screen, baby.
Confinement shields up. We're taking hits, Captain.
Activating
You can get a failure. Oh, come on. Really? Drones attack Deep Space Nine. That's it? Oh. Slowly, load this saved game. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, that's just the name of the autosave. Gotcha. So there wasn't even that. It was nothing.
Captain, near reactor 4.
Try and do this. This is actually kind of tough with my hand.
damage on Deck 5.
Warning. Hull breach on level 3.
I can see how this would have been really cool in an adventure game back in the day.
I can't get a visual.
Dax, the plasma.
Compensating for visual interference.
So hard to do, though.
Captain, the drones are regrouping.
Shield at 30%.
This seems pretty difficult.
Confinement
actually.
shields up.
Shield
We're
failure
taking hits,
imminent.
Captain.
Activating Caterin force fields.
Wow. Trying to picture doing this with the ball mouse. Sorry about the hand. You didn't expect this kind of sequence. No, that's okay. It's definitely not the easiest, though. I'm gonna try. Actually, we'll turn it down a bit for a moment.
Captain,
Doesn't
near
help the
reactor
mouse
4.
track is just real garbage, just because it's a smaller mouse, so it's something that's easier for my hand to handle right now with
Damage on deck 5.
the giant splint that I have on.
They've moved out of my sector.
This is fast though. Like this would be hard.
I can't get a visual.
Normally, I would say.
Dax, the plasma.
These are
Compensating for
very
visual interference.
fast and often very small and far away. And like
Captain, the drones are regrouping.
chat's saying, imagine this is a ball mouse back in the day. Hitboxes don't seem particularly generous or accurate. Like, none of those are hits? Like, wow, okay.
Warning. Hull breach on level 3.
Confinement shields up. We're taking hits, Cap.
Activating
Doesn't help
Karen
that
force
it's
field.
just kind of like whipping us around, up and down. Not having control of where your camera is always kind of hurts in these.
Bannock, target's moving into your sector.
Shields at 30%.
Under the habitat ring. Bearing 111, Mark 4.
Oh, like, whoa! What am I supposed to do there? That is rough! Oh my, come on. Look at how fast these
Only
are.
a few left.
Good work, Envoy.
Oh, thank God.
That's it. Stand down from battle.
Wow. Again, for context, for those that don't know, real quickly, this is me trying to do it on this very shitty wireless mouse with this as a hand splint, and this finger is broken, / like torn ligaments. So I am trying to use it that way, and it's not particularly easy. Woof. Well, we made it through somehow. Oy vey. Phew. Hey, yeah.
One moment, Envoy. Captain, we have a ruptured bulkhead on deck 5.
Outer or inner bulkhead?
Outer. Structural damage 2.
I'll take this one, Major.
Certainly, Captain. Routing engineering control to you now.
Tell me, Envoy, your impressions of our enemy.
They could have killed us all.
Actually, the station sustained very little damage.
But
What?
enough to know those drones mean business, Lieutenant.
What? That... Okay. I actually kind of hate that line. Especially when it makes it really hard so that you can't... Like, you barely survive and you can die very easily. And then it's just like... No, that was actually baby shit, you idiot. Like...
What is their business? What do they want?
Come on.
I think the Scythians hold the answer to that question. Everything about the drones, power hierarchies, hull structure, warp arrays, clearly parallels the Scythian design.
I don't envy you your assignment, Envoy.
They were boring in from every side. No evasive tactics, no pattern attacks, no enfilade.
No self-preservation instinct.
Just attack, and to hell with surviving it.
They seem determined to destroy themselves, all right. But I thought their attack was... confused.
Did their actions seem confused to you, Envoy?
Was Cole Meany not available to do the voice acting for O'Brien? Possible, yeah. I mean, they might have just wanted to, like, get a smaller core group of them also. I imagine it was not the easiest thing to do.
Yes, the plasma storm must have muddled their sensors.
They track targets visually, I'm sure of that. And plasma impedes visual targeting.
But I saw drones out in the open that did not shoot.
Major, do you mean they deliberately held their fire?
When we were fighting the Cardassians, sometimes we would attack an outpost, just to test its defenses, to plan our real attack.
I'll research it, analyze the patterns of attack. I think we may be onto something.
What?
Good. In the meantime, the turbolifts, I'm not showing damage, but
Okay,
they're
that's
down
also
all over
very
the
stupid.
station. Could you?
Right away. Excuse me, Envoy.
Sometimes we would throw away a whole bunch of lives because we just thought that maybe we'd look at it for later. Like, nope, that's not... I mean, with drones, sure, but she's talking about doing it as, like, a resistance fighter. I don't think that's the way the resistance fighters work. Like, not to tell her job or anything, but, oof. Oh, that's Cisco. From this distance, that Cisco model's amazing. Probing attacks are a thing, not for resistance fighters. Probing attacks are definitely a thing. You're probably not doing that a whole lot when you're doing guerrilla warfare. You know, when you don't have any manpower to lose.
Envoy, we seem to be out of danger for the moment.
That seems like a bad time to do it. It just seems like a weird way to word it. Like, they could have definitely just gone, like... It could have been a probing attack. Like, they could have just said it without the anecdote side of it. It feels very... It's one of those things that they're throwing in for people that don't know who the character is what it feels like. Like, they're trying to just basically introduce, like, oh, this character used to be a resistance fighter kind of thing. But the problem with that is, like, if you haven't watched Deep Space Nine, you're not buying this game. Like, you're not buying this game. You don't need to be introduced to that, because you're not buying this game if you don't... Like, if you have no idea who these characters are, that little bit's not going to help you. And it feels very much like it's thrown in for that.
Is the station badly damaged?
Apparently no. No casualties. Some circuits out. Overloaded. A few hull breaches.
That's true. They did have a lot of that just
we
in
had
the show.
containment fields up already because of the storm. It's a tough old Cardassian fortress, Envoy. We're out of danger, but we're still in trouble. We're cut off completely from help on Bajor, or reinforcements from Starfleet. And we're severely short-handed.
Honestly, for similar reasons as to why they're doing it here. Because it was back in the time where you didn't have a lot of, like, carry forward shows on primetime where you had to watch every episode to get the plot. So they were just constantly reintroducing characters for people that would just drop in on season 3, episode 3, right? Like, it was one of those things where we need to introduce these characters a little bit almost every single episode.
Short-handed? Why, Captain?
The station's been evacuated, Envoy, because of the storm. Plasma disruptions like this one have been known to rip ships and stations in two. Even tough old Cardassian ones.
When storm end?
When will the plasma storm end? Do you know?
Good question. Lieutenant, report please on the plasma storm. Present intensity, estimated duration.
Intensity up 20% overall. Duration anywhere from another 12 to 46 hours.
Yeah, it's kind of just a writing artifact from that time, where they didn't trust you to, like, be able to tune in all the time. Which makes sense, too, because, again, it was really easy to miss your slot and just not see that show. It's not like now where you have... Like, it's not even, like, 15 years ago when you had DVRs and stuff on your cable box. And now we have streaming and, like, all kinds of online platforms and stuff to get it. Back then, it was, you know, did you catch the episode? You had to have been there that time, that night, every single week for years. Which, yeah, didn't happen a whole lot.
Were you able to evacuate the station completely? Before the storm rose, I mean.
Yes, or almost. Transports took about 500 people to Bajor for safety. Almost all the station personnel. But one transport didn't make it out. Isn't that right, Major?
An old Subite freighter. First they were hung up on a docking clamp.
It still comes up like...
Stabilizer problems. They were lucky to make it back to the station.
The passengers are now in a designated safe zone. Level 7, Section 5.
Otherwise known as Quark's Bar. A Ferengi establishment.
Yes. Less than 24 people on board and still he insists on staying open. There's probably a rule of acquisition that addresses even this situation.
The riskier the road, the greater the profit. Number 62.
Yeah, see, like, there again, they've got to introduce, oh, by the way, did you know that there's also Quark on this station and he has a bar? Like, they've just got to kind of jam it all in there. Why would they talk like this? They all know that he's there. Like, they all know what he's like. They wouldn't have to talk like this, but they're having to do it to address you, the viewer, right? And it's just a thing.
I want to get on with my assignment, Captain.
You must help Ambassador Carrick open up lines of communication with the Scythians. We've got to determine their relationship to the drones. Are they enemies? Or are we...
Captain, the drone that fled the station attack. It was recording data the whole time. Locations of our phaser banks, shield generators, our vulnerable spots.
Permission to pursue, Captain.
Permission denied, Major.
Pursue?
We need the Defiant. Dax, I want you to analyze these drone activities. All of them. Right now, it's the only clue we have to their intentions. Major Kira, I want you to load a weapons sled onto one of the runabouts and prepare it for immediate deployment.
Right away, Captain. I'll use the Hudson. It's more maneuverable. I'll be finished here in a few minutes.
Now, Envoy, where were we?
I was going to say, like, pursue. It happened a minute ago now, or more. And, we're on a space station. Like, you're not pursuing a whole lot. Not easily. Alright, what about my assignment?
We were talking about my assignment.
Keep going?
Yes. You understand the importance, don't you, Envoy?
Yes.
The Scythians are our best link to whoever or whatever has taken a dislike to our being here. We're depending on Ambassador Carrick to open that link. And the Ambassador is obviously depending on your help.
Where can I find Ambassador Carrick?
His quarters are in the Habitat Ring, Cabin 6A. It shouldn't be hard to find. If you have any trouble, contact Odo, our Chief of Security.
I'll leave now and report to Ambassador Carrick in his quarters.
Good.
Yeah, we'll kind of brush over all the dialogue that's for recapping things.
I'd rather not force Envoy Panic to use the stairs.
I'm trying. Envoy, I can get you as far as the promenade. You'll have to walk from there.
Thank you, Envoy. That's all.
Okay, so now do I... Oh god, do I have to try and walk out of here? Okay, I can only turn. Do I need to see Dax again? Oh. Maybe? No. Yes? Woo. I'm just gonna run a couple laps, don't worry about me. What are we doing? Hey, I can only turn the one direction. Do I... Okay.
Computer.
There we go.
Take me to the promenade.
Due to emergency security precautions, promenade access has been restricted. Areas currently available to access are Section 5, Levels 7 and 8. Please specify desired destination.
Wait, didn't they say that I could... Oh, God, I thought they said I could get as far as the promenade, right?
Take me to the Habitat Ring, Section 6.
Turbolifts to the Habitat Ring are not currently functional.
Yeah.
Access by main corridors only.
So, I don't know.
Promenade, Level 7, Section 5.
Fine, the lower one. God. Oh, is this... Did they program in the funny thing where you go in an elevator and then you're standing there waiting for the doors to open on the same side that they closed from, but then they open on the other side? Yeah, okay, fine, I get it. Play the funny prank on the Envoy, I see. Okay, wait, where?
Computer.
Wait, what? No, I want to... Okay, there we go. Okay, this whole station is evacuated, except for, you know, this random bar patron. Hello? Okay, I cannot interact with her. She's just here. She's just chilling. Just leave her alone. She said, leave the nice lady alone, Envoy. What are we doing? God, the interaction points for, like, moving are all terrible? Terrible. Okay.
Jenny! I'm deducting that from your pay.
Oh. So I'm supposed to hear that and then go in? No? No. I'm just supposed to hear that. Okay. It's just to make it seem like there's more life in this than there is. Gotcha. Alright, we get to walk through the space mall for a little bit. Should we check out the food court? Like, what do we want to do here?
Computer?
Where the fuck am I?
Access, station directory. I need to find a location.
Accessed. State desired destination.
They just kind of sent me to the mall and then said that I'm supposed to find somewhere else. Like,
how do I find the main security office?
Security is located on the lower promenade.
That's it?
What's my current location?
You are currently located on the lower promenade.
Great. Perfect. Thanks. Useful. Okay, so that's the end of Lower Promenade, I guess. So we can swap around. Is this security? I feel like I'm gonna go out like an airlock or something here. What are we doing? Where are we going? Oh my god. This is just a maze.
Warning. You are attempting to enter an emergency containment field.
Whoa. Hey, no.
Turbolifts to this area are currently under repair. Nearest operational turbolifts are located in the lower promenade.
The nearest operational ones are in the Lower Promenade. Where am I? Is this not where I am?
Computer?
Where the fuck am I?
What's my current location?
You are currently located in the habitat ring, level 11, section 6.
God damn it. Okay, so we don't want to be here. This is very much a, did you want to, like, experience every inch of Star Trek Deep Space Nine? Because do I have the thing for you? The interactive media that you've desired? No, can't do anything there. Oh, here we go. What? He's just standing there, menacingly. One moment, I gotta switch my splint, and I just need you to look at this very good Odo for a moment. Look at it. Enjoy, Mr. God, I can never say his last name. Rene Aber. Oh God, what's his? How do you say it again? I can never remember. But Rene. Auberginois? Auberginois, apparently? Something like that. Very, very French last name. Phenomenal actor.
Envoy, I thought you were on your way to meet Ambassador Carrig.
Uh-huh. I am.
I wondered if you could help me locate the ambassador's quarters.
Computer, what is the location of Ambassador Carrig?
Ambassador Carrig is in Visitors Quarters 6A, in Habitat Ring A.
You'll find a directory conveniently located on each of the main corridor walls.
Fuck off.
Can I be of any further assistance?
Jesus Christ, fine.
I'll let you get back to work.
Find your own way, idiot. Alright, I thought that we were supposed to go to him if we had a problem to find anything, but I guess not. Supposed to find visitor. This is a nightmare. This is wandering an empty Star Trek mall. This is a convention after everyone's gone home.
Computer? Where are the visitors' quarters?
Visitors' quarters are located throughout the Habitat Ring.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Throughout the habitat. Just all over. Everywhere.
What's my current location?
You are currently located in the Habitat Ring, Level 11, Section 6.
Jeez. Level 11, Section 6. He's in Visitation Ring, Section A? And apparently it's located somewhere off of a Habitat Ring, but no one can tell me how. Look at the directions, idiot. Thanks. That's useful. No, that's not like a ladder. Oh, is this a thing? Hold up. Like, there's nothing to interact with here either. It's not like... I'm just wandering through, like I said, a Star Trek mall. Okay. So there was a door to our left. Okay, there we go. Yeah, can I not do anything with that? No? Is that where we came in? Oh, these controls are really confusing for this, too. Sometimes I can turn, sometimes I just have to turn all the way around. Okay, that's not where we came in. It seems like we found a cargo bay, right? Yeah. Okay, hi, I know. Okay, I gotta... Here, I'm just... Bud, I kind of need you to move so I can swap to my left hand for the mouse. Because I had to swap to my other splint. Come over here. Come on. You're on the mouse pad is the problem. And I have a glass desk otherwise. Which I like the look of. But it's not so great for this. Okay. So... I can't go over there and leave? No? No. Yeah, I guess we found a cargo bay? I guess? How do we get out of the cargo bay? Why is no one helping us? They just brought us aboard a gigantic space station and then have been annoyed at me for not knowing exactly where to go the whole time. incredible. Come here. Come on. There we go. Okay. Hi. That's very nice. Well, I'll give it this. It's better than Police Quest 4. Is it this door? Okay, fair enough. Maybe?
Computer? Open the door to Habitat Room 6A.
Habitat Room 6A is inhabited. Visitors are requested to utilize the entry chime to request admission from the occupant.
I've already done that. No one answered.
By disregarding the entry chime, the occupant is demonstrating a desire to remain undisturbed. Visitors are requested to respect this request.
Computer, who can authorize access to Room 6A?
Emergency access can be authorized from main security or by utilizing the current security override code.
Go back to security? God damn it.
This is an emergency. Open the door.
Access denied. Guest privacy seal has been activated.
Thanks a lot.
Oh my god. Walk back down these empty corridors. Compelling. It was a good excuse to have the evacuation so that they didn't have to render anybody like walking around or anything.
I've just come from the ambassador's quarters. Something's wrong. He's not answering the door.
Computer, what is the location
He's
of Ambassador Carrig?
Ambassador Carrig is in Visitors Quarters 6A in Habitat Ring A.
He's still there.
He could be in dormancy. It is possible.
Dormancy?
Computer, activate guest summons in VQ6A. Security override Delta 65 Red. Audio.
Activating.
That ought to rouse His Excellency. The Cardassians who built this station didn't take kindly to being ignored. Their guest summons could get the attention of a hibernating Tiberian sloth cat.
There is no response to the guest summons.
That's odd.
What are we doing here?
Something's wrong. Not even a Tyrian could sleep through that.
You may be right. I'll check the...
Kira to security.
Odo here.
Odo, we've had an incident on level 19.
What is it, Major?
Carlton and I are working on the shield generators. We were using one of those old Cardassian particle torches, welding a cracked bulkhead. He put it down for a second, and it was... gone.
Gone?
I mean gone. Vanished. And we're the only ones down here.
Our
We'd
tool
have seen anyone
disappeared.
come through the maintenance conduit out.
What?
Could someone have beamed it out of here?
I'll check the security logs.
It was right there.
Stay put, Major. I'll get back to you. It appears you'll have to see to the ambassador yourself, Envoy. I'm overriding the privacy seal on his quarters. The access code is Omega 738.
Omega 738.
Use it to let yourself in. I'll join you there as soon as I can.
Okay, so what happened here is, hey, I think that the guy that I'm supposed to meet is sleeping. Yeah, no problem. Here, let me pull the fire alarms in the building to wake him up. And then it was, hey, we had a flashlight, but I can't find it now. There must be someone that stole it from me. Yep, sounds like a huge security problem. Let me just drop everything and run. Sorry, you're gonna have to get the fire alarm dude awake another way. What are we doing? What is this story so far? It had a very blazing opening for a very snooze-fest second part now. I mean, I appreciate at least that they didn't start with this, and they did give us some action right at the beginning. But man, this definitely feels like some Star Trek at this point.
Computer?
Slates, slow burn.
Open the door to Habitat Room 6A.
Habitat Room 6A is inhabited. Visitors are requested to utilize the entry chime to request admission from the occupant.
Computer, override the seal on Visitors Quarters 6A. Access code Omega 738.
Access granted. Habitat Room 6A is open.
Thank you, computer.
Alright, we're just gonna break into this man's apartment. Because, why not? Oh no! Is he naked?
Carrig.
What? Okay, what am I looking at? Is this Carrig? Is this a shoe? What? Okay. Carrig. And like not that. Oh, do I just have to back out? I can't do anything here? Can't even poke his bum?
Don't move. And don't touch anything. What happened here, Envoy?
I just walked in. I think I found Ambassador Carrig, or what's left of him.
It's him, all right. Unless there was another Tyrian on board. Tyrian DNA particles. Not much left of his body structure. Whoever did this wasn't taking any chances. Odo to Cisco.
Go ahead, Constable.
I'm afraid our Scythian problem is more serious than we thought, Captain. Ambassador Carrig has been murdered.
Murdered? When did this happen?
From the looks of things, I'd say hours ago. I'm running a scan on the remains now.
Talk to me, Constable. What do we know? Suspects? Witnesses? Who found the body?
Envoy Bannock. He's here with me now. The body's at least 4 hours dead, Captain. I'll have to run a level 4 scan to learn more than that. But the plasma storm...
I'm aware of the sensor problems, Constable. But if you tell me that Carrick was killed after 1900 hours yesterday...
Then we've got a murderer on board. Major Kira?
Right. All ships at dock. Security lockdowns, now.
I'll get you those answers, Captain. Odo out.
Hey! Thank you for the host. Sorry I wanted to wait until that was done. Welcome, Carmine. Good to see you all. This is a little bit of DOScider, our ranking of DOS games that we do every Monday. We are currently doing, as you can tell, Deep Space Nine Harbinger, an adventure game. How go my adventures on a starbase? Better than my previous adventures. This is definitely a step up from our previous game. It's not saying much. Hopefully you had a good night. Welcome, welcome, friends. Yes, it's Cardassians are the big ones in this one, yeah.
We've got to find the murderer.
Or one of the
big
big
ones. They can't
ones.
get off the station during the plasma storm.
I can't determine the exact time of death from these readings. He could have been killed before the last evacuation transport left.
So the killer could have escaped.
If he did, tracking him down will be difficult. We have no way to warn the Bajoran authorities until the plasma storm passes.
The murderer could still be aboard.
If he is, he's looking for an escape route. Or he has no idea what he's in for as a fugitive on my station. I don't like loose ends, Envoy. I'll find him.
I'll murder him.
Odo to Dax. Lieutenant, I'm feeding the tricorder readings directly into the main computer.
Got them. High levels of plasma disruption. Terrigen radiation again. That's strange.
Looks like traces of residual radiation on some of the personal effects, and a concentrated corrosive. The pad is thick with it.
Could be a data wipe.
Exactly. Someone wanted to cover their tracks. I'll route what's left of the pad data to Ops. Odo out.
Also endearingly charming. The shocking amount of quality of your game for a game that arrived a year after Final Fantasy VI. Yeah, I've never heard of Metal Max Returns. Here, I'll see if I can give the kitty a treat. He did just lay down to sleep up in his tower beside me. Come here, buddy. Oh, I know. Am I waking you up right from when you went to bed? Give me one moment. I don't normally do these on the DOScider streams, and especially not with this, but I'll do it real quick here. Here, I'm not gonna make him get up. We'll give him inside of bed treats. All right, tap. Good boy. There you go. Look, they're in my hand. Here, okay, I'll put them on your bed. There you go. Normally I make him tap my hand for the treats, but he's tired. He's a sleepy boy. Alright. Back to Deep Space Nine. I never did hear of Metal Saga, no.
What kind of weapon could have done this?
I'm reading considerable neutron disruption. Looks like a molecular inhibitor. Haven't seen one of these for a while. Messy, but effective.
Why would someone use a weapon like that?
To avoid detection, probably. The station's weapons sensors aren't configured to scan for inhibitors.
That seems like a real dumb thing, then.
I'm going to Ops. I've got to talk to Captain Sisko.
I'll want to interview you at length about this later, Envoy. In the meantime, watch yourself. If Carrick's death had anything to do with his mission, you may be next on the list.
Dun dun dun. So one thing that I'm noticing right away with this game, too... I mean, right away. It's been a while that we've been playing this. But there was a really, really good Star Trek adventure game that we did a while back, which was the, like, 25th anniversary one. Okay, how do I get past Odo to leave? How do I leave room? Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. Right. Yes. Oh, let's get a close-up Odo here. Can we rotate it round behind him? Oh, he just disappears on this one. We don't get the back shot like we do with Sisko. Dang. Anyway, there's a really excellent Star Trek adventure game that we reviewed before this one. It was the 25th anniversary one. That one's so good because you play as the away team going down and doing the thing, and that means that you get to play as all the characters that you care about. This one, I feel like they make the mistake of you feel like you're in fanfiction because, like, you're just an OC. You've just been inserted into this in a way that you're like, oh. Also, there's now just people here having coffee on the evacuated ship. Alright. Oh, hey, 25th anniversary, the DOS entry, yeah. Yep, yeah. There is a website, DOScider.neocities.org, that has the full list of them. I think that one should still be in the top 50. It was a really cool adventure game. Not like the best that I've seen, but very solid. Okay, so we gotta go back to Ops.
Computer.
So we walked through a mall to see that, and then had to walk all the way back. The pacing in this is immersive, I think you would say, if you were being charitable. I love the Distant Sisko. The Distant Sisko model's real good. Dax's model is definitely the best of the ones that we've seen. Every time that I see it, it stuns me because all the other ones are so bad in comparison. I'm sad that we don't have Akira anymore. Oh god. He looks like a Funko Pop or something. Like, he looks like a bobblehead. Why is his head so big? Sorry, I just needed a half second.
Captain, Ambassador Carrick has been murdered.
Yes, Envoy. This puts us in a serious situation.
How serious?
How much trouble are we in?
Lots. We don't know who killed Carrick or why. We don't know if the killer got what he wanted or is still on the station, or whether or not this incident is linked with the Scythians.
I can't take this seriously with him talking. I had to look away. I'm gonna look at chat and just listen to it.
Go on, Captain.
We have to open communications with the Scythians. They may know something about the murder. They almost certainly know something about the drone attack.
Okay.
Could the drone attack have been a diversion? To distract us so that Carrick could be assassinated?
Interesting. But no. Odo established that Carrick died before the drone assault, even before you arrived at the station.
No, you idiot. I love... Oh, interesting. Please, you're an envoy. Shut up. We're handling this. Like, that's the thing, is we're just this random character that it makes no sense that we'd be the one giving any info to anybody. And they're kind of having us not be. They're all like, no, shut up. I have a better idea. Come on. We know what we're doing. Which makes sense for their characters. They do know what they're doing. But then it doesn't make sense for, like, why are we this character as the main character?
If Carrick died before I arrived, that eliminates me as a suspect.
That fact was not lost upon us, Envoy.
Yeah, no, we're not idiots. Thanks. Yeah.
I don't think the Scythians are involved, Captain.
With the murder? Perhaps not. With the drones? Almost certainly.
Go on, Captain.
Don't lose sight of the main threat. Another, deadlier drone attack. The clock is ticking, Envoy. Now, regarding Carrick's murder.
Uh-huh.
The clock is ticking? What does that mean?
It's an old Earth expression, Envoy.
What?
It means we don't have much time.
Yeah, I can't help. I'm a diplomat.
Captain, I'm a Federation diplomat, not a policeman.
This is no time to hide behind titles, Bannock.
What?
The survival of this station and its personnel is at stake. You will assist Odo in this investigation. Am I making myself clear?
Yes, Captain.
Consider this. We may have a killer among us with a taste for diplomats. Cisco to Odo.
So then why would I get involved? That seems extra dumb.
Bannock has volunteered.
I'm not trained for this.
Captain, I don't
God,
need
Funko
any
Pop Cisco here is killing me.
Mr. Odo, did I mention I have some security training? Level 4, anti-assassin procedures,
God.
incident investigation.
Anti-assassin training? Level 4.
Yes, sir.
Envoy, I'm somewhat,
The captain's a little surprised, Bannock, but pleased, I'm sure. Unusual pursuits for a Tyrian.
Perhaps you could be of use, Bannock.
Whatever you say, Captain. He can begin by analyzing Carrick's log.
Perhaps you can be of some
Someone
use.
went to great
You
trouble to
literally made me be of use.
Lieutenant Dax is trying to salvage them now.
Yes, Constable. Cisco out. You heard what Odo said. Good. If you're going to assist...
That's a lot of blinking, friend.
You might need this. It's a standard issue Starfleet phaser, Bannock. You know how to use one, I take it?
Yes.
Good. Second, there is the matter of the Scythians.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we've got all these security training, anti-assassin training, weapons training. Yeah, we're a tailor. Also, I'm putting myself on screen because I have to have my reaction to this a little bit. It's killing me that they went, Alright, well, you have to help out. We absolutely need everybody possible to help. You're going to be a huge help to the team, so you have to do it. I know that you say that you're not going to help us. You're not going to be good at it, but you're going to have to help us. And then I go, well, you know, I do have all this training that would be helpful, right? I'm like, I can't possibly help. There's no way. No, but you have to. Well, okay, I do have all this extremely relevant training. Ah, well, maybe you can help us then. Like, both characters reverse their positions on how they can help in mid-conversation. Like, it goes from we're arguing that we can't help to, oh no, I have all the training I can help. And it goes from him arguing, you have to help, we need everybody possible, and you'll definitely be a big help to, wow, I didn't think that you'd be able to do anything, but maybe you can. Oh, it's such... Ugh. Star Trek is up and down in its writing, no question. And honestly, even the good writing is... It has a certain camp to it, right? But this is a level that is, it's very fanfic. Maybe it flowed better on a different dialogue choice? Maybe. Maybe? The dialogue choices are weird, because they just don't feel impactful in any way.
Captain, I have no experience with... I mean, whereas Ambassador Carrick...
What?
First contact... I don't think I'm the man for the job.
Think again, Bannock. There is no one else. Carrick chose you for a reason. Ask for help from Dax whenever you need it.
I have no experience, just all the experience that I have.
Why did Carrick choose me for this assignment, Captain?
Maybe Tyrians are better suited to the Scythian temperament, which I confess I find difficult.
Okay.
I'll do what I can, Captain.
Good. I'm appointing you acting ambassador in Carrick's place. You have full authority to negotiate with the Scythians. We're counting on you, Envoy. I mean, Ambassador. I'd like you to take a look at Ambassador Carrick's last report. Lieutenant Dax will make it available to you.
I'll route it to a monitor for you.
Finally, of course, there is the matter of the drones.
Yeah, the drones are your fucking problem.
I think the drones are your problem, Captain.
Yep.
Yes, they are for the moment. You focus on the Scythians, Ambassador. In the meantime,
Then why did you
we'll hold
mention
the
them?
drones off as long as we can.
Hold them off? They've reappeared?
Yes. The drones are beginning to come through the wormhole again, Bannock. A whole new design. Lieutenant Dax can give you the details. That's all.
Why would she give us the details? Like, it doesn't feel like I should be involved in that. That feels like it has nothing to do with me. And it doesn't feel like we would be trained for it at all. This is why I was saying, like, the 25th anniversary did a much better job of it. Because you're all of these characters. So, they don't have to make up weird excuses as to why you're the person for the job. Of course you're the person for the job. You're the Star Trek team. You just basically cycle between characters or talk to the different characters as, like, captain. Like, you get to play Kirk kind of thing, and you interact and deal with everybody and, like, do all the command. Like, that makes way more sense and feels more natural and better for all this kind of conversation as to why you would need to be involved in everything.
Envoy. Ambassador. Bannock, I'm sorry about what happened to Carrick.
Why am I don't know why I'd be an ambassador now. You don't just work field promotion, I guess.
A horrible, horrible tragedy. I'm still in shock.
I'm
Horrible
sure you
tragedy
are,
for me to get
but we have
promoted.
some other concerns.
Yes, Captain Sisko mentioned something about the drones.
Yes, they're beginning to reappear. A new type of vessel, but the same pattern. One appears through the wormhole every 3 minutes or so.
These drones are configured differently?
Yes, more powerful, more phaser resistant, I think. The data is sketchy so far.
When attack?
When will they attack, do you think?
The big question. I can't say for sure, of course, but with a few educated guesses based on the latest data, matrixed with a calculated hunch, I'd say you have about an hour to coax some helpful facts out of our Scythian friends.
Okay.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
So, like, if I don't, it doesn't feel like there's not a choice there. It's just meaningless small talk in a way for these choices. But if we didn't have that, the gameplay has so far been a sliding block puzzle that's actually not really a sliding block puzzle because it's even easier, and a on-rails shooting section with drones.
Let me review my
in an
assignment,
hour and a
Captain.
half.
Yes, Ambassador. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm in charge of getting whatever information we can out of the Scythians.
Yeah.
That is your most urgent task, Bannock. The Scythian ship is out on the docking ring.
Can I just leave? No.
Was there anything else, Captain?
Yes, Bannock. Constable Odo wants you to assist Dax. She's trying to unscramble Carrick's computer files.
I'll see her, Captain. Thanks.
Hey, we also walked up and down an empty corridor twice. That's not fair. We did it 3 or 4 times because I didn't know which way I was going yet. Because that wasn't clear.
Computer. Take me to the docking ring, Section 7.
Turbolifts to the docking ring are not currently functional.
Fuck you!
Promenade, Level 7, Section 5.
Sorry, you're gonna have to walk through the mall again. I wanted to wait until we got to a phaser section, but I don't know if we can make it that far. So how do I get to the docking ring from here?
Computer?
Here.
How can I get to the docking ring?
The docking ring is the outermost ring structure of Deep Space Nine. Turbolifts to this area are currently under repair. Temporary access is provided through Cargo Bay 4 off the Habitat Ring. Level 11, Section 6.
Yep. It's through that same area again. Okay. Okay. Dun dun dun. Something's happening. I love that there's just these fishmen here now. Just chilling and having coffee. So we have to go all the way down this entire corridor. Wow, this is a lot of walking. Okay, so nothing's gonna happen from that, like, whole the door was opening before we even got there thing? No? Okay. Oh boy. Hey, is that a phaser, or are you just happy to see me? What? So I can't... Hi? The intrusive thoughts are telling me to go through for this security officer's gun. What are we doing here? Okay, there we go. Oh, now I can interact. Oh, that is a phaser. There is a very weird bulge on the front of the model, too.
Ensign?
Yarrow, sir. Desma Yarrow, sir.
Desma Yarrow. This airlock leads to the Scythian ship.
Yes, sir.
Has anyone else been here? Anyone tried to talk to the Scythians?
No, just Captain Sisko and Lieutenant Dax. Quark has come around, but I tell him what Mr. Odo said.
And that was...
Arrest him on sight, Ensign. We'll figure out why later.
That seems fucked up and illegal. God, I'm flashing back to Police Quest 4.
Open the airlock, please, Ensign.
Let's see if the Scythians have unlocked their side.
Oh, they're just here, waiting, staring at the wall.
Welcome to Deep Space Nine.
I could do all of this, but what if we just go, welcome to the station. The ambassador's
I regret
fucking
to inform
dead.
you that Ambassador Carrig is dead.
Get the pleasantries out.
Dead.
Okay.
I'm with the Tyrian delegation of the United Federation of Planets.
Look at me. I'm the ambassador now.
I am ambassador now. Ambassador Bannock.
Carrig.
Dead. Do you understand what I'm telling you? My name is Bannock. Look, if you know where the drones are coming from, tell me.
Wait. We didn't even mention them yet.
Captain Sisko requests information about the drones. He is very concerned about them.
Destroy. Danger.
I can understand why we got elevated to ambassador. We're doing amazing.
Are you telling me to destroy the drones? We already have.
Destroy.
Danger? What do you mean by that?
Citadel.
Citadel? What's that?
Citadel. Danger.
Go on. Tell me more.
Citadel. Show danger. Silence.
Go on. Tell me more.
Show. Rune.
Go on. Tell me more.
Show Citadel.
Congratulations, Ambassador. You've survived your first negotiation with the Scythians, and vented remarkably little plasma, if you know what I mean.
What?
Open the airlock again, Ensign.
Yes, sir.
Dax to Yarrow. Ensign, is Bannock with you?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Tell him I could use his help up here in Ops. I finished analyzing Carrick's logs. But
Okay.
some anomalies persist.
Right away, Lieutenant.
Has the Ambassador opened up communications with the Scythians?
Yes, ma'am. And closed them, too.
I see. What happened?
I'll tell you all about it when I get to Ops, Lieutenant.
Good. Dax out.
I guess you'll be on your way to Ops, sir.
God, the stark difference between the regular cast voicing things and other people is also pretty rough.
Goodbye, Ensign.
Goodbye, Ambassador Bannock, sir.
Alright, well, time to walk back for a minute and a half. So I'm wondering, I kind of wanted to keep going for a while to try and figure out some stuff. Oh god, I had to go forward and then I can go to the side. Otherwise we just turn around. Sure. The way that you walk in this game is awful. Even adventure games often had some pretty stilted ways of getting around, but this is extra bad. Yeah, this is very much a technically impressive game. Like, as much as it looks pretty bad by nowadays standards, this would have been really good looking for the time. At least in terms of, like, 3D. Okay, so is there an invisible person? Is that what's going on?
Computer. Ops.
Like, having a 3D space like this was kind of a big deal. It's very much like Seventh Guest in that way. Where a lot of it is just the spectacle of being able to move around like this. Which, it just doesn't hold up, though.
Bannock, glad to see you. We have a problem.
No, really?
You mean besides the storm, the evacuation, the attack, the murder, and the drones?
Yes, besides those petty concerns. I've recovered the pad data. About 40% should be readable, but it turns out all the relevant data is scrambled.
Scrambled? You mean encoded?
Exactly. Carrig evidently used encryption on his log entries. To read them, we'll have to break his code.
Okay. Oh, please. Okay, do I have training for that too? Yes.
I did pretty well in field encryption, Lieutenant. I'll take a shot at it.
This goes beyond standard diplomatic encryption protocols,
Yes!
Bannock. Compared to this, the Altonian brain teaser is a simple coloring job.
Why so?
Do we really need to decipher Carrick's logs?
Yes, for two reasons. First, because Carrick's murderer wanted these logs destroyed. Second, because Carrick knew how to communicate with the Scythians. How are your talks going, by the way? With the Scythians?
I learned the name of one of them, I think. Rune.
And then?
And then the Scythians shut the door on me.
You'll have to find out more than that, you know. Now back to Carrick's cipher.
It must be a difficult code to break.
In the time we've got, I think it's unsolvable. The problem is, to even begin, you need to select the right color. For each row, out of at least 10,000 hues.
Actually, that's not a problem.
What? You know which colors he uses. I mean used.
I'm not supposed to, but on Chimeras 10, after Carrick...
Don't tell me anything I'll have to arrest you for, Bannock. But if you somehow know the colors, you can access some of the data. There's another cipher somewhere in there, a syntactic code sequence.
Dex, these colors are a diplomatic secret, highest security classification. I can't let you learn them.
I understand, Bannock. The cipher screen is for your eyes only. Right there to your left. Just input the code colors in the correct order.
And if I do...
If the panel lights, you've got it.
Thanks, Jedzia. May I call you Jedzia?
If you like. Get busy now. Good luck, Bannock.
Is this our first romanceable piece NPC? We're gonna learn more about Lieutenant Dax.
They haven't changed. Ha! Ha ha!
Okay, so now this is just... Is this Mastermind? Is that what we're doing?
Lam, Kadin, Nikto, Kochme, Armo.
What?
Armo.
I know that word. It's Tyrian for peace.
What?
Kochme. Kochme. Nikto.
What?
Kadin. Lam. Lam. Kadin. Nikto. Kochme. Armo.
What? Oof. Okay. I wish it was Mastermind. I do. Okay, so... Oh my god. I pulled up the manual just in case to look at something. And I had to show you all just a little bit of this manual again. Specifically, so the turnaround icon that we've been getting is the Cardassian bear claw icon. What? What? It's just a turn. Oh, yeah. Everyone knows the Cardassian bear claw. Oof.
Lam, Kadin, Nikto, Kochme, Armo, Kochme, Nikto, Kadin, Lam, Nikto, Kochme, Kadin, Armo, Kadin, Kochme, Lam.
Is that not?
Nikto, Lam, Nikto, Kochme, Kadin, Armo, Lam, Nikto, Kochme, Kadin, Armo.
So that's it, right?
Computer, translate.
Specify desired word.
Kadin.
Kadin. Tarkin word, meaning many.
Okay. What? Is this not... I thought we were just supposed to put it in order of what this is. Clicking the colors switches them. Okay. Okay, so this means peace.
Armo.
Translate.
Many.
Completed.
Translate.
Kochme.
Kochme. Klingon word, meaning voices.
Okay.
Nikto.
Translate.
Nikto.
Nikto. Baradan word, meaning arguing.
Translate.
Lam.
Plum. Subitic word, meaning is.
Okay, so I guess we're supposed to form it into a sentence. So peace is many voices arguing?
Arguing. Voices. Armo. Is many voices arguing.
Okay. The Baradan word Nikto. Yes. Yeah. They're definitely doing an Evil Dead reference for reasons.
Warning. You have obtained access to the personal logs of Carib.
Okay.
Content irretrievable.
Seem to light refraction technology more sophisticated than the barriers floating field. In the wrong got it. Notice the Confederation told refraction mantles. No, they are in my possession.
That is extremely hard to hear. And I mean, I get that it's supposed to be broken up, but boy.
Used device to slip. High security zone on Kolos 2. I'm not for certain the code is safe for me. I must get the right hands. I'm sure the captain's system. The device is safe. Deep space run with transients and mercenaries. Just a solution attempt. Personal protection for that young man involved in the Chimera's incident. I don't have suspicions with a non-Tyrian, and panic seems to be the skills I need.
God, they have it like really quiet. That is rough to hear. I had no idea that this would be the computer. Like, now it doesn't do anything.
I'm within hours of deep. Devices are well hidden. Concerned that others know where I am. Bannock is not yet out. Directly to my quarters and waiting. Self at risk, at least with that. I have this deal.
This is rough.
Only. Unbelievable. Deliver 7 such devices in my hands. Safekeeping. If these truly function as promised,
it's so quiet compared to everything else.
Trick. Be the scientific edge. Has even out our military ambassador. Piece of the Dominion's own make. Learn of Dominion science and jewels.
Jewels. Ooh. Okay.
Leave the Scythians pointed that I was not Cason's gap farther. I was beginning to feed timidity, cautious reticence to consider contact a failure. I am no friend to personal failure and would not like to open relationship this late stage in my life.
Cardassians, I know them. It's Deep Space Nine.
Personal
Yeah, Cardassians.
Stardate 48. Voyage through the wormhole was exhilarating. I should poem about it when I have Kolos 2. Cardassian haiku. Working on my Cardassian diligently and mastering yet another language.
Okay,
You have obtained access to the records of Carib, first ambassador of the Tyrian Galactic Federation of Planets. Unauthorized. Immediately.
Oh god, there's so much here. Nope, we're not about that.
Bannock, you managed to access Carrick's logs. Congratulations. Dax to Cisco.
Go ahead, Lieutenant.
All logs are open, Captain. Bannock cracked both ciphers.
Well done. My compliments to the Ambassador. Dax, the Major and I have been discussing...
I'm advocating a preemptive strike on the drones.
Both ciphers?
Strike? When?
As soon as possible. Right now.
The Major feels that we should attack the drones now, before their numbers become unmanageable. Is the Ambassador there?
Bannock here, Captain.
A report, please, Ambassador, on your progress with the Scythians.
Great progress here. We're doing fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Well.
Bye.
I'm happy to report, Captain.
Excellent. Then you found out where the drones are coming from, and why they're targeting Deep Space Nine.
Yup.
Well, maybe not that well.
I told them Carrick was dead.
Told them my
They didn't react much.
other guy was dead?
Go on.
And, then they slammed the door in my face.
That's about all, Captain.
It's clear you need to talk again with the Scythians and learn more. Perhaps what's left of Ambassador Carrick's logs will be of help. Cisco to Yarrow.
Yarrow here, Captain.
Ensign, are the Scythians available for negotiations? Ambassador Bannock.
Negative, sir. That is, they're not in the airlock. Captain, we have a malfunctioning airlock door here.
What do you mean?
The approach door, sir. It keeps opening and closing by itself.
Report it to engineering, Ensign, and if the Scythians show themselves, alert the Ambassador immediately.
Yes, sir. Yarrow out.
Benjamin, Bannock hasn't had a chance to...
Captain, the drones. We need to act.
That's enough! Major, you want to calmly tell Bannock and Dax your proposed plan of action?
Yes, sir. Look, the drones come here one at a time. When they're all here, they'll all attack. Why wait for that? Let's take the runabout, clean up the drones around the station, then follow the drones back to their source, destroying them one by one.
You understand what she's proposing, Ambassador?
Yeah, it sounds real dumb.
You're saying that if we attack now, we can fight them one by one.
Infinitely better than tackling them all at once, yes.
Thank you, Major.
Dax.
Okay.
I take it you don't agree with Major Kira's plan.
No. We'll win the battle but lose the war. These second-wave drones are phaser-resistant. To defeat them, we'll have to use the photon torpedoes. Once we do, we'll see a new, deadlier drone appear. It's this third wave of drones that we must fear. And the sooner we attack any drone, the sooner this final wave will be upon us. If it arrives before the Defiant returns, we'll be out of surprises.
Bannock, you've heard the arguments. Your advice, please.
Why would we be the one making this decision?
You put me in an awkward position, Captain. I'm not really qualified.
Correct.
You know as much as we do about what's going on here. More when it comes to the Scythians. Give us the benefit of that knowledge, Ambassador.
More? We don't know shit.
This is a military matter, not a diplomatic one. I suggest you work out the best course of action without me.
If you insist. No runabout mission at this time. We continue preparations for the drone attack. Dax, see if you can create a simulated mission against the drones. Get it loaded into one of Quark's holosuites.
Yes, sir.
Major, when Dax alerts you that the drone buildup is complete, you will take the Hudson. This time, we'll make sure no courier drone escapes through the wormhole.
Yes, Captain.
Bannock, our best chance of survival depends on better understanding our enemy and our potential friends. Please consider your negotiations with the Scythians as a matter of the highest importance.
I understand.
Good. Cisco out.
Good.
Well,
Walk back
that's that.
through the station.
Anything else, Ambassador?
Jedzia, Carrick's logs. There's a lot of static.
Bannock, if you saw what metachlorinide does to equipment, almost everything has been corroded away.
I was wondering if you could help me listen to the logs. Maybe decipher some of the trickier parts.
All right. Which ones in particular?
Wait. You mean all of the thing... So after we read through all of it, we just go to her
Some
and she
of the
gives us
logs
the
mention
answer?
devices of some sort. Something valuable.
Valuable enough to kill for?
That's what I wondered, too.
Wait, she didn't tell us any... It's just the same thing.
In one of his personal logs, he talks about something called refraction mantles.
Refraction mantle. Did he explain what it was?
He also talked about getting a hold of 7 very valuable devices. If those devices were the refraction mantles...
I think you better tell Odo about this. It sounds like you may have uncovered a motive for murder.
That's all for now, Lieutenant. Thanks.
Okay, so it was just... Yeah, we realized that we actually made the audio on that really quiet on top of adding in all the static. So, since you probably couldn't parse any of it, we'll just have her tell you anything that actually matters.
Computer. Promenade, level 7, section 5.
Ah. The hall. my old friend. And with that, I think we're done. I think that I can rank this bad boy. It's been a wonderful episode of Deep Space Nine. It's a two-parter. We'll have to show up another time. Oops, unless you didn't forget to, program your VCR. And you might have accidentally missed it. Dang. May never get that second half. Too bad. Cliffhanger. Our main character goes back down the hallway to find the aliens again. Pretty good adventure game. It's better than Day of the Tentacle? No. No, it is not. I'm kind of curious where I had the 25th anniversary. Oh, just barely out of the top 50 now. Yeah, this one is a really competent, quite well done puzzle game that I like a lot. This one is not. It is empty, and in an hour and a half, God, actually it's almost 2 hours of gameplay, we came across 2 puzzles and 1 shooting section that was extremely nasty, honestly. And it just has this very weird fanfic quality. Like I said before, I really think that it's a better idea to just have you... People want to be the characters from the show. They don't want to be a side character. And when you have them be a side character, you get into this trap that these always fall into, where it's constantly like, oh, hey, did you know that I am the... I'm Worf. I'm here as the, oh god, what even is he? He wasn't security, but he was like the... Eventually he does become that in another one, but it's like, oh, I'm the one operating this panel. Hi, I'm Data. I'm the ship's robot. I do that. They just fall into that trap so quickly. Did you know that Kira is a resistance fighter? That's what I do. And then of course the protagonist has to have all this bullshit about, well, you're an envoy, but also you happen to have weapon systems, and also you happen to have this, and also there happens to be an evacuation so that nobody else is on the ship, and also, it's like, oh god. It is a set of contrivances all the way down, just to make things work. And yeah, apparently before this game, we lived a very interesting life, which is better than what happens in the game, which is us walking down the empty corridor between every single puzzle. Just the same empty corridor, over and over and over. It's a truly miserable design. I don't think it's the worst adventure game that I've played. In fact, I know it's not, because that goes to Police Quest 4, Open Season. The worst game that I've played on this. But it's not good. Speaking of bad adventure games, is it better or worse than Eagle Eye Mysteries? The kid adventure game, edutainment game of you kind of going around and solving mysteries, kind of Carmen Sandiego style. It has the original actors. If I'm gonna give it some props, they put in the work to get that. And honestly, navigating around a 3D space like it is wasn't particularly common at the time. It is a 1995 game, so it's a little bit after things like Seventh Guest, but it's not so far past them as for this to be just blasé. So I kinda get that. I was trying to remember when Seventh Guest exactly came out. 93. So it is 2 years. Yeah, I think this is worse than Eagle Eye Mysteries. I'm trying to give it a little bit of benefit because I do like they put a lot of effort into the voice acting. The fact that there are the actual voice actors and that there's a lot of dialogue, I think that that's, in some ways it's a detriment because I think the dialogue choices are just extreme time wasters. It's just setting, stretching for time, which is not great. None of it feels plot relevant. A lot of it feels like your character's an idiot that needs everything explained to them when you ask those questions. It's not dialogue that's fun or interesting. There's nothing really cool there. But they did put in the effort of actually putting in all the voices. It was cool that they did the cold open. The cold open was really nice. I'd rather play Adventures of Beetlejuice. I'd rather play Jeopardy! That is a bad Jeopardy game. Yeah, same with Alien Assault. I don't know about sumo wrestling. I like Deep Space Nine, what can I say? Just even hearing Cisco and stuff. Okay, we'll put it this way. You know what? I'm gonna go above Battle Beyond, even. The reason why, very simply, I really got a lot of joy out of seeing Funko Pop Cisco. Funko Pop Cisco, unintentionally, was a fantastic thing in my life. And it made my night a little bit better. Congratulations to an almost 200 game, top 200, for Star Trek Deep Space Nine Harbinger. To be fair, it is a full 83 points ahead of our other game tonight, which is also coincidentally the episode number. And thank you all for being here. This was an adventure. Not a good one, but it was an adventure to do this today. 2 adventures, in fact. So thank you for being here. I'll be back next week with more DOScider. And of course I'll be back tomorrow too with other streams, but we tend to do this every Monday. We have a bunch of requests still this month. If you are a sub or a patron though, you only have to be a patron for $1, but I just like to give something for the people that have been giving me money and help support the stream. And so I've decided that this is one of the ways that we could do it, is that you can make those suggestions. So you can hop on into the Discord where there is a special chat room just for you to put in requests. I try and do them for roguelikes and stuff too when I can. Unfortunately, of course, not as much right now because of how I'm kind of busted up. But I will try and do some new incentives in the next little while, some votes like that, so that you all get a little bit of a say in what we're doing. And if you're not a sub or a patron, hey, you can join the Discord anywhere. And of course, those follows sure mean a lot. You can always check out the podcast also. I just put up a new episode of that early for the Rough Cuts patrons, and I hope you all have a good night. I'm going to see you for tomorrow, doing a little bit of blueprints. And I guess finally, I should mention, you can go to DOScider.neocities.org to see the full list. You can see all the episode numbers next to it, so you can find out the VOD episode if you want to look at that. I got them all up on YouTube, and I tried to edit out any breaks and stuff that we had. Let's see who I can host you on over to, so don't go away. It's a little late. I'm kind of getting tired, too. That game was, maybe putting me to sleep. Maybe just a little bit. Yay, here we go. Let's raid on over to Shake the Box, doing some Monster Train 2. Another good rogueliker. Thanks again to Dan, and, well, okay. Thanks to Ghidorah for the Harbinger request. Dan, you're kind of on the shit list. That was miserable. But hey, we unseated All Dogs Go to Heaven because all cops go to hell. Thanks for being here. Have a good night.